Welcome to another special video. Today I'm going to share my thoughts and opinions on some of the cards found in the Brothers War main set for EDH and CEDH. Remember that as we delve deep into the abyss and witness the void that embraces us, here I go getting sidetracked again. So yeah, before we begin, as I mentioned, this list mainly consists of the main set cards, so no commander specific, set booster special cards, and not even the Transformers. I do hope to get a full sound way of playing before the year ends, but I do want to mention in this special section the cards found in the retro artifact section, since these are similar to the Strixhaven archives and some are very good reprints. Now, as some of you know, I am not a fan of the old border frame for cards, but I do like the schematic version since they remind me of the sketch cards from Modern Horizons 2. So let's first begin with Defense Grid. It needed a reprint, and I know it is run in some CEDH decks, and I'm sure it will resurface a little more now that creature-based strategies are again once more on the rise, and not that many decks run a full interaction package. I even know this card from sideboards in some other formats, so yeah, this is a very good reprint. Along with Ramos, the Dragon Engine. Now, fun fact about Ramos, it's the only 5-color commander I personally actually wanted to build and play in casual when it first got spoiled years ago, along with Door to Nothingness, because that card has one of the best names ever. But yeah, I don't have a brain for 5-color, but I'm sure this reprint will make people happy and hopefully drive the price down to make it more accessible. The final reprint I'm going to mention is kinda obvious, but yeah, it's Mox Amber. What can I say? Casual plays it, CEDH plays this in various decks. It's just a good mana drop reprint. Now, to get to the actual honorable mention while we are on the subjects of reprints, yes, it's Diabolic Intent. I mean, sack a creature to find anything you want for 2 mana. This is played in both casual, well, I do play it in casual as a reanimated deck, and CEDH plays this a ton. The new art is also great, and once more it is a standard legal card, so I do hope it will drop the price a little bit. We shall see. Might even play it in standard. Now, to get to the actual top 5 list, and for number 5, I mean, we gotta put the brothers up on the pedestal here, and in the main set, these are their strongest versions, the Melt cards and Mythics. Both are extremely powerful. I mean, Urza for sure will see CEDH, where it will melt people's brains, while this Misha feels like for the casual side, but still extremely powerful. However, to be perfectly honest, I will be the Jeremy Knoll here and probably never melt these. So in this case, I want to mention, while I'm on Team Mishra as well, that there are 2 other card variants that I believe will see even more play. I'm talking about these 2 Mishras, the uncommon and the rare version. I do believe that these 2 will see heavy casual play, since to me these are the best when it comes to synergy, and I'm a huge fan of reanimation. And so unearthing anything for free feels really great, especially when it's something huge and, you know, can sometimes maybe even end the game. And together they even synergize very well. One discards and gives you mana, one unearths the thing that you just discarded. But if I didn't have a Rakdos Reanimator there, I'll probably build this one, but you know, I have Chainer. But, you know, you might do some stupid things with it, I'm sure with it. Or I still might build him, who knows. One does never know. For the number 4 slot, I put a card I love both the name and design, and it's Hostile Negotiations. I mean, 1, it reminds me of a badass Pantera song, and 2, it reminds me of that negotiation scene in The Fifth Element. If you're not sure what I mean, go watch that epic movie once this video ends, and basically you're welcome. But back to Hostile Negotiations. For 4 mana, it's an instant to get 6 cards and 3 of them into your yard while manipulating piles and confusing your opponents. I can already see the dreading casual, not sure on the CEDH side since Fact or Fiction does not see much play, and this is very similar to that, but who knows, someone might surprise. I do love how it bypasses the empty draw effects like Narset or Motion Thief. Oh yeah, on a side note, Watsy, I am still waiting for a chance to preview a card in the future appearing. Something like this would totally rock my socks off. On the number 3 slot, I put this very curious card because it's also a Pauper EDH viable. That is Bitter Reunion. Enchantment for 2 that fills your yard, draws you extra cards, and can be used later to give haste to your creatures when you need it, like let's say after Living Death, or in decks that need haste to combo off like I do in my casual the other or did in my CDH Zyra deck with Necrotic Kiki lines. If you're unsure what I'm talking about, here's a video somewhere in the corner to showcase what I'm talking about. I'm not sure this will see much CDH play, maybe in some decks. I know that combos that require haste as an additional thing were not very much played in CDH, but who knows, this card might, see an uprising and then a little bit more variance in the format. Casual for sure, Pauper 2, CDH, we'll just have to see. Prove me wrong. And at number 2 we got this special and dear to my heart card, Soul Partition. It's a 2 mana, exile anything that is not a land, and if it's from an opponent, it costs more to cast. Now hear me out. I believe this is CDH playable in decks that want to combo off, and this way they can remove a stacks piece in their way. Or, hey, remember our old friend Dranev? With this in play, they can't even replay it, so to me, this is great removal spell, and man, the art on this, I just can't. It's perfect. But yes, this card is 90+% a removal spell. In some niche cases, it's a protection or combo card when you have nothing else to blink Dockside with. I already know it will see play because, yes, I will test it for sure in Raffine, the only deck I have in CDH that has white at this moment, but I'm sure other decks with white will love this. I already heard from some people that they want to test it in various decks, so yeah, more power to more plays. And finally, we reach the number 1 spot. And wow, this card. I put it in here because it's just, well, what can I say? It's Calamity's Wake, 2 mana instant again in white that exiles all yards and silences basically everyone. And now, as mentioned earlier in the video, you can combo on with your creature-based strategies. Personally, I dislike this card, however, because of its symmetrical effect, but I cannot deny the power of this card. If this would be asymmetrical, it would be even more insane, but already as it is, it's powerful. But me, as a reanimated mage, I have to be careful not to get caught off guard by this. And yeah, this was the list. And boy, was it really hard to make, because this has so many good cards in it for both EDH and CDH, and I'm sure we will see many a card tested in various decks. But what do I know? I just love playing the game. What are your thoughts on, or do you have any cards in mind I did not mention here? Make sure you drop them in the comments below, and as always, I will see you all behind the veil.